YouTube fam, on today's show, we're going to talk about all things shipping. So grab you some popcorn, some coffee, a sudsy one, whatever. It might get a little dry and a little boring here and there, but we got to get through the content. I got to show you guys how we ship stuff, the packages, the packaging, the label systems. We got to get through this. We going to learn it. I'm going to give it to you. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Mess Hall Digs, everybody. It's your boy Mess Hall. Today's show is going to be packed with just shipping and bags and measurements and boxes. I want to get right into this. It might get a little dry. I'm going to try my best to keep it interesting. I'm going to try to break it down Barney style, which means like kindergartners should be able to ship packages after they view this. I don't know, maybe they will. And again, I'm not an expert. This is just what I do. This works for my business. There are other people that do things different. They use different packaging. They use different services. Is it the best way in the world to do things? I don't freaking know. But it's the way I do it. And it works for me. And I'm comfortable with it. And I know what I'm doing when it comes to this system. So hang in there. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to do all that craziness. We're going to jump right into this video. Let's get it. All right, YouTube fam. So here we have pretty much, I call these the mess hall goodies. These are the supplies that I use to package just about everything that I ship out. Before we get into like boxes and sizes of boxes, I just want to show you the supplies I always have on deck. And these are the ones that I use in preparation of the execution of my shipping of orders. So of course you got the bubble wrap, probably close to the top one or two things that I suggest highly that you get. You can buy them in big rolls at most box stores. Sam's Club's where I get mine. They got it at Walmart. They got it at Home Depot, places like that. Also have like the padded foam paper. Sometimes I use this to just cram it into those hard to reach crevices of the box to make sure it's extra secure when it ships out. Tissue paper I have. Sometimes you want to make my boxes look nice and pretty, or I wrap shoes in this sometimes to just kind of cut down on the weight of the shipping. Here's my handy dandy tape dispenser, which makes for quick execution of taping products. Now, of course, I got the eBay tape. I get these free with having an eBay store. But you can also buy rolls of tape that come with this tape dispenser sometimes. So I suggest getting one of these. It just makes it real fast and easy when you're taping, and it has the cut mark on it, so it's real quick and easy. Of course, I got my tape measure. Always have a tape measure so I can measure out things properly. This is a digital scale. Now, this is a real low budget one. I think I paid $6 on clearance for this. Works just as good though. It has a 10-pound weight limit, and you can show it pounds, kilograms, ounces, whatever, so I can get accurate weight. Here's the rolls of tape that I get at Sam's Club. So these are the 2-inch ones. I think I get them in packs of 6 for $12. As you can see, it's the heavy duty Scott shipping. So these are really good too. If you can't get the tape dispenser, I suggest getting these. Always have my scissors on deck in case I need to cut something up. This is probably my favorite tool in the world. It's a serrated steak knife, actually. And I'll show you how I utilize this shortly. And here is some packing paper, which provides great cushioning for things when you ship them. Sometimes you have a box that's just a little too big for what you're shipping, and this packs in and takes up that extra space so that item doesn't move around in the box. Very good packing paper. All right, here we have the different size poly bags that I use to ship, most of my first class items, most of my clothing items and smaller items. Almost always use poly bags. Now, poly bags come in all different shapes and sizes and colors and designs, as you can see here. Bet you can't guess which ones my wife ordered. Just search poly bags on Amazon or eBay or even Mercari. I've bought poly bags off Mercari before. Find a cool design that you like. I'll go over the different sizes with you right now. And you can buy them in packs of 25, 50, sometimes 100 or more, depending on how many you think you'll need and also what budget you're working with. You can find these poly bags at box stores as well. The white ones I have over here, I've bought those at Sam's Club. So this first one we're going to go over is this blue one here. Now this blue one is a 9x6, so it's kind of a smaller one. And this is perfect for smaller items. I sell sports patches. Most of my sports patches will fit in an envelope like this. Or I'll show you a visual here. I have this Olaf frozen USB charger, which is, you know, perfect for this envelope. And what I would normally do is just use some of the bubble wrap, wrap them up nice and secure, and slide them right in this mug right here, and that's it. Seal them up. They have these self-seal tabs. You just pull the tab, seals right up. Perfect. Slap a label on that bad boy, and you're good to go. This next one is probably the one I use the most. I think this is a 13 by 10, 12 by 10, somewhere in that range. I would say just about every single t-shirt you'll ever sell will fit in this bag. Now this t-shirt that I have right here, this is a men's 2X. So I folded it up, and you can see that it'll slide right on in there. And that's that. So these size bags I use for every single one of my t-shirts. Works perfect, it looks nice, quick and easy. That one's good to go. Now the next step up from that 13 by 10 is this 19 by 14 size. This is some of the bigger items I'll ship out, like hoodies, some sweatshirts, you know, smaller size jackets will fit in these, and also backpacks. These are perfect for like school age backpacks. For example, I got this Rick and Morty one right here. It's that standard size school bag. And Rick and Morty will slide right in there. And then I would just seal her up, and that's good to go. Backpack is ready to ship out. And then last on the poly bag list are these big 24 by 18 ones. Now I use these for, of course, bigger items. Like if I have huge jackets, you know, big 3X, 4X size jackets, some bigger clothing items will fit in these. And seldom use these bigger ones, but it's nice to have just in case. And that'll do it for poly bags. So before you are the boxes and or packages, I use 99.8576% of the time. One time I do use flat rate is when I use the flat rate padded envelope. Now you'd pay one standard fee. I believe it's like $7.50. And this is perfect for items that are like 2-3 pounds, between 1 and 2 pounds, that it's going to be cheaper to send it in a flat rate envelope than it would be to send it in a Priority Mail box. Jeans is a good example of what I always use these for. Jeans are always going to weigh about 1.5 pounds. And I know if I put it in this and I'm sending it to California, it's going to cost $7.50. $7.52, I think, is exactly how much it costs. But it's going to cost $7.50 to ship my jeans anywhere around the country. Now, if I were to pack up my jeans and put them in, let's say, a small mailing box, it could cost up to like $11 in some cases. So I always just use this flat rate envelope when I'm shipping jeans or women's shoes that are real heavy. This is another perfect thing to use. It's padded, it'll keep it protected. Haven't had any issues using these for the heavier items, especially when they're shipping coast to coast. So we went over this one a little bit. It's just a small mailing box, Priority Mail. The dimensions are on the boxes, And this one is a 7x7x6. You just kind of have to decide with your niche and your business which size boxes you're going to use the most. Like I said, these are like my bread and butter boxes. These are the ones I use the most, so these are the ones I stock up on. This one right here is probably the one I do use the most. It is the Shoebox, and it's 7.5x5x14. Most shoes that I sell are used shoes, and they all will mostly fit in this box. So I use this to ship probably 95% of my shoes. And again, you can go to USPS.com, set up an account, and as you can see here, it says order free supplies online. So you can just make out your own little wish list of the boxes, priority mail boxes you want delivered, and they'll send them to you. Or do like I do, I just grab them from my local post office when I run my mail in there. Whatever ones I'm running short on, I'll just snatch them up after I drop my packages, and it's real easy. Here is the Priority Mail large box. And as you can see, the dimensions of this are, let me get them in focus here, 12x12x8. So this is the bigger Priority Mail box. Now these are kind of expensive to ship because this box is real heavy. So just make sure you use this one when it's absolutely necessary, because you will be paying probably a 3-4 pound rate if you ever use this size box. And this one is the box I use when I'm going to ship a pair of shoes that are new in box. Because with sneakerheads, the box is important to them as well, that the shoes come in. So in order to get their shoes to them with the box not dented up and banged up, I always ship it in the box like this, and I will show you how to resize it to make that work. These are the 12x3x15. And then when I have a first class item that I want to keep safe in a box, I will put a link to the video where I ship hats using these boxes right here. So I'm still going to pay the first class rate because it'll be under a pound, but it will come in a box and it'll be well protected. So this is the boxes I use when I want to ship a first class item, keep it safe, or if I'm shipping perfumes or aerosols, things that you can't ship priority mail because they have, you know, flammable liquids in them or whatever. You have to ship it parcel select or ground, and these are perfect boxes for the things you have to ship parcel select, because you cannot use a priority mail box if you're shipping parcel select, UPS, FedEx. That's all a no-no. You can only use a priority mail box if you're using a priority mail mailing label. So remember that. And you don't have to buy the brown boxes like I do. Here's an example. This is the same size. It's the 10x8x6. I scoop these up at like Joann's Fabrics or Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I just ask them for free boxes, and that way you don't have to pay for them, so you can get them there. So that should cover the bases on the boxes that I use. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys a couple tricks of why I love these shoe boxes so much. Again, the shoe box are the 7.5 by 5 1/8 by 14 3/8. And again, these are free at the post office, or go on USPS.com, create yourself an account. You can order these and have them sent to your house. So, like I said, with smaller shoes, women's, kids' shoes, some men's shoes, depending on the box they come in. Like these women's shoes, they come in the Vans box. The Vans boxes are awesome because they're real small and skinny. They will slide right in to a box like this. So I can ship those shoes in this box, no problem, no issues. It'll be safe and sound. Same with this Nike box. This is a women's size 7, smaller size Nike box. And again, it'll slide right in there. No issues. And I'll ship it like this. Now, remember my favorite tool on earth, the serrated steak knife? So this is one of the purposes I use it for right here. you can actually cut down the sides of the box all the way down to where the shoebox is at. And what this does, it'll create less friction when this box is shipped. So there won't be a lot of bouncing around and moving around, and the Nike box won't get all banged up and damaged en route to the buyer. And from here I can just fold the flaps down, and I would tape it up like that. And look, it's not going to move around. It's in there perfect, tight, nice and neat, and it'll get there. Alright, so I want to show you guys a trick with this other mailing box that I have here. Now this one is the 12 by 3 by 15. So this is like the bigger version of the flatter mailing box. And a lot of times when I have newer shoes, you know, sneakerheads, they want their box to be in great condition when they get the shoes. So in order to protect the box as well as the shoes that are inside, this is how I ship them. So of course, regularly this box is not going to fit in this. So we have to resize it, and I'm going to show you how to resize this box to fit this one. Of course, we grab my favorite handy dandy serrated steak knife, and you want to look for the edge that has the 2 parallel running red lines on it. And that's going to be our measuring stick for this box. So I'm going to put it over here toward the edge of the box, find where it comes out to, use my serrated knife, and then cut down all the way down that mark. And as you can see, when I do that, it creates this new tab, this new crease right here. So make sure you use your scissors and you cut where you made that new tab at, on both sides. Don't forget, you gotta do it on both sides. And this is where the box is now going to fold at, instead of right here where it was. All right, flip it over, and it's the same procedure. Look for the side that has the 2 red lines. Put the box, the sneaker box, on the edge of the box. And again, use this as a measuring, so it's right here by the O. And you just come down your serrated knife. And again, don't forget, we just made the 2 new tabs. Use the scissors. And now we are complete with the box resize. As you can see, it used to fold right here, but now it's going to fold where we made that new serration. So there it is. This is the new size of our box. And this will now slide right in. And there it is. So these shoes will now arrive safe and sound. The box will be in good condition. The shoes will be pristine condition. And again, what you don't want to forget to do is, because we made these new creases, it's kind of open right here. So you want to take your tape and make sure you throw a piece of tape sealing this up right here so it doesn't split in transit. And do that on both sides. Piece of tape, seal this up, and you are good to go. Alright, so I'll just show you guys real quick how I use the packing paper to just make the package a little extra safe. As you can see, I have this ceramic tree light in here. Very fragile, very breakable. Now this is already pretty safe in this box. It's got styrofoam, it's encased in styrofoam in this box. But I would never send it like this because the box is kind of flimsy. So just to ensure extra protection, I take another smaller box like this. I have some packing paper already in here. I'm just going to set this in with the packing paper. And from here you can see I kind of have these spaces. And I would just use packing paper to just fill around the spaces that you see. to make sure that the package isn't gonna move around. Just nice and tight and secure in there. And then on the top, you could use more packing paper or the foam paper, like I showed you guys that I had before. Just make sure it's nice and safe in there. It's not going to move around. It's not going to bounce around. You can hear it's not shaking. It's not moving at all. All right, fam. So now I want to go over how do you select the best shipping option for your package. Now, when you sell something on eBay, you're going to get an email saying, congratulations, your item has sold. Please ship now. And when you click on the buy shipping label option, you will come to a page that looks a lot like this one. Buying shipping through eBay is always going to be cheaper than if you took your packages to the post office. To prove that right now, if I bought this label for the priority mail padded flat rate envelope, it would cost me $7.52 on eBay right now to just buy this and ship it that way. Now I'll show you. I'll go over to the post office rates, and here under the priority mail section of the post office rates, you can see that a padded flat rate envelope right here, they're going to charge me $8.40 at the counter of the post office. And we don't want to do that, because we can get ours on eBay for $7.52. So just to double and triple check, I know, okay, I might be able to fit the 2 shirts into a padded flat rate. That'll be my cheapest option on eBay. If not, I can just ship them in a priority mail package. I can even put them in a poly bag and put a priority mail sticker on it. It's going to cost me $7.60. Now, what I do just to double and triple check, like I said, now I have it in this poly bag, the pretty fancy flowery one I showed you guys earlier. So I measured it out. It ended up being 11 by 9. So as you can see, I have 11 by 9 up here. So I usually check Pirate Ship to see what kind of bulk rate I might be able to get. Now, Pirate Ship is a great site. I suggest you sign up and create an account for them. It's just a different, way to ship options. I like it because you can do bulk shipping, and I'll show you a lot of times you can save money, especially when you use poly mailers with heavier items. So I entered the address up here at the top. It's the same exact shipping address for the shirts that I'm sending out. So I selected the envelope, poly bag envelope option right here, where it says boxing bag, poly bag, padded envelope. That's the one I'm selecting. And like I said, it was 11 by 9, and it weighed 1 pound 8 ounces. So let's go ahead and click get rates, and you will see that is actually cheaper to send it bulk shipping. It's going to cost $7.35 to send this poly bag out with the contents of the 2 shirts, 1 pound 8 ounces. And remember, over on the eBay shipping label page, our cheapest option was $7.52 and $7.60 if we couldn't get them to fit in that padded flat rate. So going with Pirate Ship on this particular order is going to save us 25 cents. So make sure you have an account with Pirate Ship, and you always want to check and make sure, especially with poly mailers, if bulk shipping is going to be the cheapest way to go. And also remember, you can use FedEx services as well. You just can't use the priority mail boxes like I was talking about in the other section. So FedEx Smart Post for this would actually be really cheap. It would be $6.59. But again, like I said, it's going to take a long time to get there. It's like the snail mail. But don't promise a buyer priority shipping. It's going to get you there fast, and then you choose a different service just because it's cheaper, and it gets to them slower than they were expecting to get it, or or slower than you promised them it would get there. Don't do that. It's bad business. So that's going to wrap it up. Shipping, man, it's something else, ain't it? It's something else. But we got through it. Hopefully you have a better understanding of how to ship goods, what packages you might be interested in using, what services you might be interested in using. That's the whole point of this. I'm here to help you. Let me help you. Like, comment, subscribe, hate, thumbs down, whatever you feel like doing. I just want to make sure that one person out there that really needs help when it comes to this shipping thing, maybe they got some good stuff out of this. Hopefully they did. If anyone's confused or you have further questions, hit me up. I always respond as soon as possible. Just use me. Use your boy. And I'm going to help you out. Thanks for watching. Have a good week, everybody. And I'll see you on the next one.